Hey, it's the BNFF fan freak, and we're here with football talks, this time recapping what happened in week 1 of the regular season. For the rookies, it wasn't the greatest week for several of them, 4 to be exact, as Luck, Whedon, Wilson, and Tannehill all struggled, Whedon being the worst of the 4 with 4 interceptions. Wilson couldn't lead his team to victory against the Cardinals. Tannehill had 3 interceptions, and Luck had 3 interceptions. So all those rookies looking like rookies, basically, in their first games. However, there was one rookie that really stood out and shocked the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans, and that was RG3, who had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, as his win against New Orleans, as he was the only rookie to do well and finished with a 98.3 passer rating, I believe is what it was. So a very great game for RG3 in his debut. As for the other rookies, maybe next week. So recapping week 1, the Patriots dominated the Titans, as many of them are predicting them to go undefeated with their easiest schedule in the NFL right now. As Brady had several touchdowns and Locker struggled with and ended up with a shoulder injury by the end of the game, and hopefully he'll be well after that. But little struggles for them. Chris Johnson only ended up with 5 yards in that game. Pats dominated the Titans. Peyton Manning now is officially back, as he threw for 2 touchdowns against the Steelers in his win over Pittsburgh. He did very well, not throwing in any interceptions. He only had a few incomplete passes here and there, but other than that, he did a very great job and showed that he is officially back, and he has 400 touchdowns now, and the fastest one to get there, even with a year off. So congrats to Peyton for that. The 49ers beat the Packers in a kind of upset. I mean, some people thought the 49ers could win that game, but the 49ers ended up upsetting them. And in that game, there was an NFL record tied with, as Akers hit a 63-yard field goal, tying him with Elam. So he ties 2 other kickers with that record. And like I said, the 49ers ended up winning that game over the Packers. As for the Arizona Cardinals, they did beat the Seahawks, like I mentioned. However, not with Josh Skelton, as he was injured during the game. Cobb came in and ended up winning the game for them with a touchdown pass. So we'll see how that whole situation turns out once Skelton returns. The Jets pretty much shocked everyone, I think, with their game high, 41 points against the Bills, as they put out their Tebow time. Tebow didn't really do too much. I mean, he had a couple good carries and he had an onside kick recovery, so I guess he helped out there. As for that, Tebow didn't really do too much. And Sanchez, though, took over the team and threw a couple touchdowns. Defense shined with 3 interceptions. 1 returned for a touchdown by Cromartie. So a very great game on both sides of the field as they upset the Bills. And also an unexpected turn. I mean, I think a lot of people thought they were going to win the game, but I don't think in this fashion, as the Ravens destroyed the Bengals with 44 points. By Joe Flacco and the gang. Defense stood up and did very well, and the offenses kept rolling with that new rush offense they have now, as they beat the Bengals in their division battle. Speaking of Flacco, now that he's had a dominant game, that means his contract talks will go higher now that he has been successful. Now he'll demand more than what it would have been originally before the game. So I think either they'll get it done here soon, or they're going to maybe wait till he starts struggling and then maybe try to work out something. That way it's better for them. So we'll see how that whole situation turns out for Ravens fans. The Falcons upset the Chiefs, and I don't mean as I'm sure there's somebody that thought they would win, but I mean as far as how much points they scored over the Chiefs. I don't think that people saw the Chiefs doing that little against them, as they won in big fashion over the Chiefs. Adrian Peterson showed that he was back with his 2 touchdown performance, and MJD was very successful as well in his running game, as both their returns to football were pretty successful. Back to one of the rookie quarterbacks, we speak of Whedon having 4 interceptions in his game in the loss against the Eagles. Although Michael Vick had the same 4 interceptions, he had a touchdown, which eventually led them to winning the game by 1 point, 17-16. And many are questioning now that Bills may have made a bad choice of how much they paid Mario Williams after the first game, and are deciding if Mario Williams is worth that money that they gave him. So Mario Williams needs to step up this next week to prove that he was worth the money. As for that, that's pretty much the week 1 recap. That's pretty much all the news I had. I hope you keep watching. We'll have many more videos coming at you through the week, so thanks for staying tuned.